Hey everybody, Brock Frady here, helping you enjoy your ride. Today I'm coming to you from DeDona Tint and Sound, and I'm here today with Bruce DeDona, the owner of DeDona Tint and Sound. And today we're going to be shooting an incredible 825 horsepower Mustang. It's from Petty Garage, and they brought it here to DeDona Tint and Sound for Bruce to work his magic on those amazing stripes back there. Let's jump right in and take a look at an 825 horsepower Mustang from Petty's Garage. And the reason why this Mustang is here is because these incredible big old stripes right there. To me, that is just pretty awesome to be able to do that consistently over that big of a surface. But this starts off as a 2017 Mustang GT. It started off with that famous 5-liter V8, but then Petty Garage gets a hold of it and says, let's juice it up a little bit. Good looking wheels. They put a cold air kit on it. Rear fascia with some center exhaust. We'll take a look at that exhaust. We'll listen to that exhaust too. You can see the Petty Garage badging there up front. But the real sauce in all this is a big old supercharger under the hood, and it's a Whipple supercharger, and that takes the total horsepower up to 825. And that is the stage 3 Whipple supercharger. Bruce is going to fire this thing up for us because we want to hear some exhaust. God, that thing sounds incredible. That thing sounds so cool. We're going to pop the hood and take a look at that supercharger I was telling you about. Goodness gracious. That's a lot. All right, let's fire it up one more time. Okay. You can see this is number 16 of 43. Why 43? I'll let you figure that one out. And this is the King Premier Edition. I want to get Bruce, the owner of DeDona Tint and Sound, to kind of go over exactly what he did on this 825 horsepower Mustang. Bruce, what all did you do?
Well, on this car here, we did a custom stripe package for them. When they started building these cars, the original one had stripe painted on, but to be more effective and cost effective, it's simpler for them to put a stripe package on it. So this basically emulates the original stripe package that was on the original car they built. Being that this hood has a big hump right here, you can't do a plotted stripe, which means like a stripe kit, because you'll never get the stripes to line up with this hump right there. So we actually use a product called knifeless tape, and we lay the stripe out on the car, and then we basically use the knifeless tape to cut the stripe on the car to give that nice precision cut like that all the way down. So that's basically done with a pinstripe that has a wire in it that actually will cut the stripe for us, so we can make the stripe to perfection. Then we actually have to hand lay the pinstripe right beside it and try and keep the gap equal all the way down. They wanted a 4-inch gap between the two stripes, so my goal was to make sure it was 100% 4 inches from the front to the back with no variance.
So what you're saying is that black gap between those two big stripes from the trunk all the way down the hood, that's exactly 4 inches all the way down.
Yep, you can take a tape measure too, it's 4 inches, no variance. We took the spoiler off the car so we could hide the stripe underneath. A lot of guys will cut up to the spoiler, and when you do that sometimes you'll see gaps or you'll cut the paint doing that. So we try and do it as clean as we can, no damage to the car.
Another one of the cool things that I noticed is that Petty blue gear shift knob. I love that touch. So if you don't already like Mustangs, this one would probably make you a believer, because this thing is a beast. Look at that center exhaust. That is so cool. That is something that's kind of a signature of the Petty Garage Mustangs, is that center exhaust there. This thing is sitting on Continental Extreme Summer Performance DW tires. That front tire size is 255, 35, 20. And the summer tire implication means that it's a softer compound, so that when it gets warmed up, it's nice and sticky. And that rear Continental tire is 275, 30, 20. That's a lot of contact with the road. And you know, when you're packing 825 horsepower, you're gonna need something to bring this beast to a stop. So why not slap on some Brembo brakes? All right, everybody, let's take a look at how the key fob works. On the top left, you've got lock. Top right, unlock. You can see the trunk is a button that you hit 2 times to pop the trunk, and then your panic alarm is on the very bottom. All you do is carry this key fob on your person. Anytime that it's on you, you do not have to handle it. You can just approach the car, grab the handle, hop in, hit the button, and it'll fire right up. When you press unlock once, it unlocks just the driver's door. Pressing it twice unlocks both doors. Then pressing lock once locks everything up. As I mentioned before, the trunk is 2 times. Let's go ahead and do that. And that pops the trunk. And then the panic alarm. I'm not gonna do the panic alarm because that would blow my ears out. You can see on the back here, that Petty Garage badging. That is so cool. I love the checkered flag. So that's awesome. You have the P and then the G inside of it with the checkered flag. What a cool logo. You've got a backup camera located just above the logo there. Check out that spoiler. That looks like it would be on a NASCAR. Rear spoiler is going to create downforce to make those back tires more sticky to the road. Trust me, you need that because you've got such power going to those back wheels. So the trunk, now that it's open, let's take a look inside. You even have Petty Garage floor mats in this thing. There's a subwoofer there. Pretty good trunk space. There's a little dot right there in the very corner of that rear bumper. They go all the way across, and there's a total of 4. That's going to be park assist. So that's what beeps if you start to get too close to something. So make sure you check your backup camera, your rear view mirrors, and also listen for that beeping so you don't run this beauty into something. And that exhaust kit that they put on it is called a MagnaFlow axle back exhaust kit. It's got a level 5 rear axle upgrade. Another cool little tidbit about that center exhaust and that rear fascia is that was personally designed by Richard Petty himself. You got 3-way adjustable front and rear sway bars. Check out that upper and lower mesh grille. I love that look. That thing just looks intimidating. That's kind of the point. All right, let's take a look at the inside. You can see that you've got several surfaces here, kind of a polished aluminum trim look. You've got memory seats. There's your lock and unlock button. And there are your power windows and mirror controls. Lovely contrast stitching. Looks like you've got a silver contrast stitching there. And check out the illuminated door seals where it says Petty Garage there. See Petty Garage there in the headrest. They've got a short throw shifter on there too that they put in so that it can decrease the amount of time that you spend shifting so that you can spend more time accelerating. Now the interior of this thing is pretty slick. You've got a carbon fiber look to those on those dials right there. All of these, by the way, are also signed personally by the King himself. And right there is where the King signed it. You can see there you've got your typical Mustang console. All of your steering wheel audio controls, cruise control. There's a Petty blue shifter. I love that. That is so cool.
Back in the day, paint protection didn't have the flexibility that it does now, and the stretchability, so you typically get about this much of the hood done, and then this much of the fender. Now, we do a lot of cars, so we do the entire hood, entire fender, the whole entire front bumper, so there is no seams. And when you look at the car like, wow, that's paint. But It's actually clear and protected with an 8mm film that'll take the abuse of a rock chip or just the natural sand that's on the roads that gets kicked up from car tires.
Look between that gap between the hood and the front area there. When you just kind of glance at it, it just looks like a continuous straight line, but that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 different elements that all have to be overlaid over that to match the gap, to match that way, and to be exact in the gap. That down there, dude, that would have taken me forever. Well, this is a pretty awesome car, wouldn't you guys agree? I would like to hear what you think about this 825 horsepower Mustang, and also about the detail that DeDona Tint and Sound is able to capture when they're applying these things. And if you know, if you know about the how difficult it is to do that, why don't you show Bruce some love down in the comments section below. Listen, Bruce, thank you, man. I sure do appreciate you letting us come out to your shop today and to film this awesome car. Great job on this, man. This has been a lot of fun. All right, everybody, that about wraps up our look at a very special 2017 Mustang Monster. I would like to give a huge thank you and shout out to DeDona Tint and Sound in Greensboro, North Carolina, for the opportunity to film this amazing Mustang. Also to Petty Garage, you need to check out those guys as well. I'll be sure to leave all the contact information for DeDona Tint and Sound in the description box below. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope this helps you enjoy your ride. Remember to subscribe and have a great day, everybody.